Hello, we'd like to welcome everyone for coming out today. Touch the button, make it green. Thank you. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. We have a very, very special fight. We're very excited to have the combatants here today. And before we get started, we have a very special presentation from Showtime, a quick video.
In July, it's one of the most intriguing matchups the sport of boxing has to offer.
You want to boxing? Beat your ass.
From the streets of Cincinnati, the troubled, talented Adrien Broner is one of the most controversial and polarizing fighters today.
Hater or nothing, I'm going to always be AB.
But as a 4-division champ, there's no denying his ring skills.
Nice left hook by Broner. Shows great blood flashes. Dazzling combination.
God makes special people. I'm just one of those special fellows.
I'm not out there flashing the money. I do my talking in the ring.
On the opposite side of the personality spectrum is a gentleman warrior, Mikey Garcia.
I'm hungrier than ever. I want to accomplish a lot more now.
Raised near the strawberry fields of Oxnard, California, Garcia, without fanfare or spectacle, has earned world titles in 3 divisions and a place among today's boxing elite.
Garcia now beginning to showcase some of his power.
You'll see the day of the fight, 100% better than he is.
This clash of personalities and temperaments should be the toughest battle of their highly decorated careers.
I still won't fight anybody. I am a real animal.
July 29th. You can't wait, can't miss, can't predict. Adrien Broner versus Mikey Garcia.
Again, thank you everyone for coming out today. It's a real honor for Mayweather Promotions to promote this very exciting matchup at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. We're excited to bring big-time boxing back. And what an incredible matchup we have between these two great champions. Both have had great careers thus far, and it's going to be a phenomenal fight come July 29th. And the fans are the winners. This event is promoted by Mayweather Promotions in association with Develop Entertainment, and our sponsor is Corona. And again, this is going to be a tremendous matchup. You have a guy in Adrien Broner, a 4-time world champion, and Mikey Garcia, a tremendous fighter, 3-time world champion. And what better opportunity to have these two great champions come together. This is what boxing is all about. So before I get started, I'd like to bring up to the stage the VP of Operations, Development Entertainment, Ron Rizzo.
Thank you, everybody. On behalf of Lou DeBella and DeBella Entertainment, I just wanted to thank Leonard and Mayweather Promotions promoting the event with us at Barclays. We did a hell of a successful event in January. It was a pleasure to work with them, and I'm looking forward to doing it again on July 29th. Wanted to thank Steven down at the right side of the podium here with, Showtime Network. It continues to put out a great run of programming throughout this year, and July 29th is going to be another great event. It's one that you have two guys that are on sometimes the opposite end of the spectrum with personalities, but I believe that gets a little bit too much play because when you got them in the ring, they're just really, really great competitors and high-level fighters. At these are the types of fights you want to see. I also wanted to say thank you to Corona, our sponsor for the event, and also a real shout out to Brett Yormark and the Barclays Center, who continues to make it his goal to make Barclays the premier destination for boxing, and I believe he's really succeeding with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron. Next up, can't say there aren't enough accolades about this gentleman. When he came over to Showtime, it was like night and day in my eyes. He had a vision, and his vision was to make Showtime the premier boxing network. And ladies and gentlemen, he's done that. If you look back and you see all the outstanding programming that he's brought to us and continues to bring to us, the rollout of all the big fights with champions fighting champions, that's what boxing is about. And he's done a phenomenal job. He has an exceptional team. And the vision is to bring big time boxing back to the masses. And he's again, I can't say enough of the incredible job that Stephen Espinosa has done. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up the Executive Vice President and GM of Showtime Sports, Stephen Espinosa.
Thank you, Leonard. My apologies for keeping you guys waiting. The airlines were not cooperating this morning. But the fact that I was on an airline and I just came straight from the airport tells you what kind of fight this is. I wouldn't fly out cross country for a press conference for just any fight. This is a special fight. You have two of the brightest young stars in boxing. You know, and since I did fly all this way, I'm going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to share two stories. And it's really, I think, two brief stories that tell you everything you need to know. A few years ago, Adrien decided that he was going up to 147. And the way Broner does things, he doesn't take anything easy. So he took on one of Robert Garcia's fighters, Marcos Maidana. Marcos and Robert must have had a great training camp because Maidana came out that night and looked phenomenal. It wasn't Adrien's night. A lot of fighters would have packed it in after the first 3 or 4 rounds. And I mean pack it in, you know, maybe they find a way out of the fight, but at the very minimum, you know, maybe they're just playing it safe, trying to get through the rest of the fight to get to the end. That's not what Broner did. What Broner did, he fought harder and harder. And if you know Marcos Maidana, that's one of the toughest fights of anyone's career. So what I saw that fight, what I saw that night in San Antonio was Adrien Broner's heart. And I will never, ever doubt what Adrien Broner brings to the table based on what he showed me that night. You know, and Mikey, in his own quiet way, is very similar. There are a lot of situations where a fighter isn't happy with a promoter. There's a dispute, sometimes a lawsuit. More often than not, you know, the fighter gets impatient, you know, needs to make some money, needs to get a fight, you know, doesn't stick to his principles. But what Mikey did for 2.5 years shows you what kind of backbone he has. And Mikey had his beliefs, he knew what was right and wrong, and if it meant he was gonna sit out for 2 years, he was gonna sit out for 2 years. He's made his point, he got his freedom, now he's in charge of his own career. And that's 2.5 long years of sticking to your guns and not backing down. So the reason that I'm here, the reason why I flew cross country for this fight is because I know it'll be a good fight. I know neither of these guys is gonna back down. I know they're gonna bring their all, and I know they're gonna bring out the best in each other.
Next, I'd like to call up, and he, in my eyes, is a very exceptional trainer. He's been around the game for a long, long time. I've had the pleasure of knowing this gentleman for a number of years. He was competing and was world champion back when Floyd was world champion back in the day. He's done a tremendous job with training a number of excellent fighters. He has an excellent stable of fighters. And again, I'm sure he'll have Mikey very, very prepared come July 29th. So without further ado, none other than Robert Garcia.
How's everybody doing? Just want to thank everybody for being here. We get a lot of support here in Southern California with a lot of our friends, reporters, family. We are very thankful for that, and you know, Mikey's going to be 100% ready for the fight, just like we know Broner's going to do the same. He knows this is a hard fight, so we're preparing like never before. You know, we're going to come out and do our job, and hopefully, you know, we get the support and, you know, all the way to New York from Southern California fans. But you know, we have great fans in New York. It's always great to be in New York. We are very thankful that Lou DiBella's involved, Mayweather Promotions are involved. It's going to be a hell of a show. I'm sure the fans are going to enjoy a great night of boxing on July 29th. Thank you, guys.
Also, another great trainer who I've been knowing for quite some time. He's one of the most underrated trainers in all of the game, and good friend of mine. And he's been working with a number of these young kids, not only with just developing their skills as fighters, but just overall just raising these young men, but teaching them these life skills that, you know, that will last forever, for a lifetime. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up a very dear friend and an outstanding trainer, Mike Stafford.
Thanks, Leonard. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Robert says that his friends and families is here to support Mike, and that's where it should be. You know, these kids put their life on the line, and that's the number one thing. You know, we want these two kids right here to come out of this fight healthy. You know, I mean, it's a business, but we also want them to be healthy. And I see you here to support it. I'd like to thank the media for being here too. Al Heyman Promotions, Productions, you know, put this fight together. And also I'd like to thank Mayweather Promotions and Lou DiBella, which are a very good friend of mine. I met Lou back in 2000 when he formed a lot of the boxers back then, you know, for TV. So Lou has been around boxing quite a while. I like to thank Steve. He's a good guy. He's kind of like me, quiet, laid back. You know, I like his style though. You know, he's a good guy. He get the job done. His staff is tremendous. You know, as Mike, you know, and Robert know, you know, they work with him and they just tremendous people. You guys don't see the back of it, but you know, the back scene of it. But the Showtime is like Leonard says, is #1 boxing right now. You know, I've been with HBO, been with ESPN, been with all kind of networks, but Showtime is #1. Getting back to the fight now. This remind me, you know, if anybody knows, it always been back in the day, you know, when we was coming up in amateurs and nationals and all that, and whatever. It's always been California and Cincinnati, you know, always cream come to the top. And this is what this would remind me of. If anyone, you know, I know a lot of these media people don't understand it, but Robert know what I'm talking about. You know, it's always been the best of LA, California, and always been the best of Ohio or Cincinnati. Beaten, we always would meet. So this is what this really reminded me. I remember Mikey's dad a lot. You know, you know, he's a good guy. So, but you know, I'm glad to see everybody there. I want everybody to try to make it up to the Barclay, which is a beautiful, beautiful venue. And you know, as they say, let's get it on. Okay.
This next gentleman can't say enough. There are not enough accolades to go around about him. He has 36 wins under his belt, an exceptional fighter, and he's come back. He took a little time off, but he's come back with a vengeance. He's beat everybody that's been put in front of him, and he's beat him in a very impressive fashion. He's the newly lightweight champion, and he continues to show his talents inside the ring. And he put on a very, very impressive performance in his last fight. Again, he's a very, very impressive fighter, a 3-division world champion, and one of the best fighters in the world. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up 3-division world champion, Mikey Garcia.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming and joining us today. I mean, I'm very happy to be here. I'm happy to be back and, have the fights that I believe I deserve, have the fights that will please the crowd, please all the fans. You know, it's great to be getting this fight with Adrien Broner. Everybody already knows the kind of fighter that he is. You know, he's not a 4-division champion for no reason. You know, his skills are there, talent is there. I'm undefeated, 3-division world champion. Can't deny the skills that I have also. What does that do? That just makes for a great fight. You know, you got two of the best fighters fighting each other. You know, that's what boxing is about. That's what we want, and that's what I want to give the fans. That's why I'm not taking on an easy title defense. I'm not taking an easy opponent at 135 that I could just get in the ring, beat him up, and walk home. I'm here to take on bigger challenges, bigger fights, so that the fans can really appreciate the sport of boxing. These are the fights that will be most memorable. And I think this fight could be fight of the year. We're so even when it comes to, you know, our accolades and our achievements. You know, when he's at his best, man, he's one hell of a fighter. I'm always at my best. So you can never doubt me. And when we get in the ring, that's what you're gonna see. One hell of a fight. I'm getting in shape to make sure that I win this fight because I think this launches my career even more and opens up bigger doors. I'm sure he wants to do the same. And that's why he's taking things more serious. He's moved his camp to Colorado. You know, he knows what's in front of him. He knows it ain't no easy fight for him either. You know, and like I said, that's what the ingredients are to be a great fight. To make a great fight, you gotta fight the best and train your heart out. July 29th, you know, the Barclays Center is gonna be one hell of a place to be at. Welcome everybody to come and join us because we're gonna have a great fight. You know, if you can't make it, make sure you watch it on Showtime. Don't miss it. I really think it's gonna be one of those fights that you're gonna talk for years to come. With that, just want to say thank you guys. Really appreciate all the love and support, man. Thank you.
Before I bring up Adrien, I'd like to acknowledge the CEO of About Billions Promotions, Little John. He's done an outstanding job with working with their young fighters and getting them to the level. They have a couple world champions, and again, great job, Ron. It was just, I think it was Sunday, yeah, day before yesterday. Sunday, me and Floyd were at the skating ring, and a friend of mine had called me, and he was like, did you see the odds on the fight? I said, what fight? Floyd and Conor? He said, nah, Adrien and Mikey. And I looked, and I said, plus 500? Adrien Broner? I said, excuse my friend, I said, they got this thing fucked up. There's no way in the hell, in my eyes, that Adrien Broner is no plus 500 to anybody. He's been, in my eyes, he's a very, very talented young fighter. That sometimes he's had some ups and downs in his career, but it's happened to the best. It's happened to Floyd Mayweather. You know, he's been able to overcome it, and I see no difference in Adrien Broner. When he's focused, he's definitely one of the best fighters in the world. I've seen him on his A game. And again, part of the learning process when you're young You're gonna make mistakes, and it's okay. But Adrien needs to be thankful and grateful that he has an opportunity, and I'm not gonna say to redeem himself, because he knows what he's got to do. He's been on the big stage before, and I think in my eyes that this is gonna be a great, great fight. You guys are gonna see a different Adrien Broner, and I know he's probably said it in the past, but what it takes a lot of times is another great fighter like a Mikey Garcia, who's world-renowned as a great fighter, and we know what Mikey does. Mikey knocks guys out. He knocks them out cold. And Adrien Broner, he's flashy, he's flamboyant, he's slick. But a lot of the things in my eyes that Mikey was able to do to a lot of the other guys, he's not gonna be able to do that to Adrien. Because Adrien gonna be sitting right there, and he's gonna be dishing it. You know, he's a very accomplished fighter. He has all the skills in the world, and I think that he knows that with this kind of platform, there's no second chances when it comes to this kind of fight. He's got to be at his best, because Mikey Garcia is the real deal. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up the very accomplished, he's the youngest 4-division world champion in boxing history, none other than Adrien, the Problem, Broner.
What can I say? 5-1. Shit. Hey, y'all give me my check now, cause I just put it on myself. Shit. I gotta thank everybody in LA, man. You know, I'm glad mostly all his people came out, cause y'all still cool. Y'all after I get done fucking him up, y'all we still family. We still family, the twins, all y'all Garcia. I love that guy. I mean, you know, I'm just thankful, man. You know, I've been through a lot of things, man. I've been through a lot of things in my life. My 27 years that I've been living, you know, I've been through a lot. I've accomplished a lot, and I'm still here. You know, I had my ups and downs in boxing, and this is just a time for me to just step up and take what's mine. You know, after this fight, hopefully I get my due diligence, you know, after I beat Mikey. You know, no disrespect to him. You know, I ain't got no bad blood to him, but, you know, I'm coming to fuck him up, bro. You know, and that's just that, you know, cause 5-1, that's just retarded. I can't get that off my mind. It's like, man, do these motherfuckers, I'm a bad motherfucker, man. For real, man, look, man. I'm the only motherfucker, I'm the only one in here that can go across the street, and if I shake a light pole, I bet money drop out the top of that motherfucker, man. I'm a bad man, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, like, they tripping, like, man, come on, man. And I know why I got a lot of critics. I know why a lot of people don't like me, because like, you know what I mean, that's cool, but like, I got what everybody want. I don't care, everybody in the whole universe. I got cold hard cash, man. Everybody need that, man. Everybody need cash, man. I ain't somebody that's gonna sit back like I let my talent speak. I talk, I like to talk. I got cold hard cash. That's why y'all hate me. That's why y'all hate me. Everybody need that. Everybody. Even a monkey need cash. He just ain't got pockets to put it in. You hear me? Come on, man. Come on, man. Now everybody was screaming my name because I had two bad nights of boxing. That happened to the best of them. You know what I'm saying? You get knocked down, you get up. Shit. He been knocked down before by some little motherfuckers. He ain't been touched by nobody like me before. Like I said, man, let's switch opponents. Give me all 36 his opponents and he take all mine. And then let's see what our records will be. I know I'll be 36-0 with 36 knockouts. Point blank, period. So after July 29th, which is a birthday party to me, because my birthday is July 28th. I'm weighing in on my birthday. So y'all think I'm gonna miss weight on my birthday? I can't miss weight on my birthday. So this is a this is gonna be a coming out party for me. I know Robert Garcia is gonna have him ready. Everybody's probably looking like, oh, Robert Garcia beat him once with Maidana, but that's a different fighter. You know, I tip my hat to him. They was, you know, successful in that fight. Maidana, which is a friend of mine. You know, hopefully after the fight we all can go out and have fun and have steak. But July 29th, man, I will be victorious. You know, I really don't care what they do, how good they think they train. You know, I'm taking training serious. You know, and this just put the spark back in me in boxing. And, you know, after this fight, you know, I will be taking over the sport of boxing, man. Real talk. July 29th, everybody be there at Barclays Center. About business. Let's do it.